Hello everybody, welcome back to another My Summer Car video. Now, as you can see, I don't have the typical Male 07 model like I usually have in these videos. I just decided to change it up for a little bit, okay? Anyway, so I'm doing what today is what I would call a mod showcase. Typically, I don't do mod showcases because there's other people who do it way better than me. But this is a bit of a special instance because this mod technically doesn't exist anymore. Because it was publicly released for about 6 hours before somebody who claimed to have stolen code in the mod reported it and it got deleted. That is, of course, the Hayosiko Camper, aka the Stock Hayosiko. Now, the creator of it is Archucks, and we're going to obviously give him credit, and we're going to give Daisy credit, seeing as Daisy claimed that he had a single script and a skin in the mod. So, and as far as I know, the creator of the mod has basically just left the internet. He's blocked me on Discord. I can't even ask him for permission, so I don't know what's going on with that. And Daisy has said to me in DMs on Discord, he doesn't give a shit what I do with the mod as long as I'm not monetizing it. So I'm going to provide a link in the description from my friend Corey for the van mod for anybody to enjoy. Now the whole point of this video is to obviously review the mod, go over bugs, and a couple other things as well, because when you get the van, well, as you can see, it's empty. There's nothing in it. You have to find all of the parts for the van. Luckily, it's not terribly difficult, but I figure, obviously, I don't want people to go to my video like, I can't find this or I can't find that. It's like, well, did you watch the video? Well, there you go. I will provide timestamps in the description and in the comment section for each individual part. And there is one part I couldn't find, and I'll go over that a bit later. So anyway, without further ado, let's get right into it. Okay, starting off at the landfill, we have the first two parts for the van, which is the shelf for the stove and the bed, which are pretty easy to find actually. If you drive around a little bit on the dirt road around the landfill, you will find the first part, which is the shelf for the stove. It's pretty easy to spot actually because it's standing upright, so you can kind of spot it basically from the road. The next part is literally a stone's throw away from the shelf for the stove, which is standing upright as well. And it's like basically sticks out like a sore thumb. I don't know who hit these parts around, but it didn't do a very good job apparently. So, but hey, it makes it easier for you, I suppose. Heading to the next location at the repair shop, we can find the rally fog lights for the van. They will spawn right where you can find lift gear springs from the Skoda. Though I did find a bit of a glitch with the rally fog lights. For some reason, you can't put them in the van. They will just refuse to go like inside the van. They will like bounce around and just fly out. And then one of them flew out and fell out of the map. I had to go back and get it from the landfill. So it's just best for you to just attach these and bolt them down right away. The rally fog lights are attached to the front bumper with an 8mm wrench. Now I have no idea if these lights are simply cosmetic or they actually function. Some of my friends told me there's a button you can press on the van to turn them on. I thought maybe they would turn on with the high beams. They didn't. I couldn't find this so-called button. One of them mentioned. So if somebody in the comments could tell me what button it is or where to activate the fog lights, I will. I'll pin the comment or find a way to update the description for that. So on to the next location. The third location is the shack or little shed where you can find the GT rims for the Satsuma, and that is where one set of the hubcaps you can find for the van are. Now I wouldn't call these hubcaps. I'm more call these like center caps. It's just the only pair of hubcaps I could find in the mod. I couldn't find the other set. And to be honest, I don't really care for the other set of hubcaps. They're kind of ugly. And besides, knowing most people who play this game, they're going to want to spring for the quote-unquote sport rims option in the mod options anyway. But personally, I love the look of the black Steelies anyway, without the hubcaps. That's just me. Brief update, I found the Mudflaps for the van. They spawned in a little empty room beside the inspection shop in the game. I found it from a Nexus post actually, but I still can't find the larger hubcaps for it. So if anybody knows where they are, leave a comment down below. The last location on the list is of course your house, where you can find the stove. And that's pretty much everything. I will admit, I was a bit disappointed there wasn't a fridge or something, but you know what? I'll take it because the curse of the camper van mod is finally broken. now that we have all the parts we need, all we have to do is just bolt everything in. To bolt in the shelf for the stove, all you need is a 6mm wrench. It uses two 6mm bolts, and it uses a 6mm wrench as well for the stove as well. Next up, we put the bed in. The bed only uses two 8mm bolts for some reason. And that's it. That is a complete van. Now we have a fully fledged camper van in my summer car. And like I said, I'm a little bit disappointed because the beta version had way more stuff with it from what I've seen. But hey, we got a camper after like 7 years, so I think it was pretty good. Now it's time to talk about some of the bugs with the mod. And since, as far as I can tell, this is abandoned layer, these bugs will probably never be fixed unless some modder, you know, takes this mod into his own hands and tries to fix it. And the biggest glitch I've had is, and this is a mod, this is the problem with some mods too, is if you save and reload your game and load back into the game, the mod disables itself even though it's still enabled in your mod loader. So what you have to do is you have to save your game, quit, relaunch the game, and load back in. It's a bit tedious, but I've actually had it happen with the Turbo Jonas mod as well. Another glitch I've discovered is that the stove is tied directly to the stove in your house. So if you have no electricity or you leave your stove on, you catch your house on fire. So just don't do that, I guess. One thing I forgot to mention is that the Hayosiko Camper is basically incompatible with almost every other Hayosiko mod. The Hayo Turbo, the tunable Hayosiko. My friend Corey somehow got it to work with the 4x4 drive or off of Hayosiko, and apparently I saw Enzo Herbie somehow get it working with the Turbo Hayosiko. I don't know if he's using an outdated version of the mod or not. I mean, granted, Enzo plays on a freaking laptop with like Intel graphics with 2 FPS gameplay, so maybe the stars just aligned for him. I don't know. So yeah, funnily enough though, because this mod apparently uses some of Daisy's code, Daisy's Hayosiko tachometer works perfectly fine. That's a coincidence, isn't it? Okay, bug report over. Now it's time to talk about some of the cool features in this mod. You can customize the van from this mod menu here, like customize different wheels, customize the skin, customize whether you want to have windows or not, all kinds of cool stuff like that. And I'll even be showing off some of the rims you can get for the van as well. You can get some alternative color white rims, which I'm not really a big fan of, to be honest, but if you like those kind of thing, you can get that. And you can get these sport rims, which are honestly pretty fucking good actually. And that pretty much covers it for the Hayosiko camper van. We finally have a camper van after so many years. And as I said before, the link for the van's in the description. It's my friend Corey's link. And yeah, go and download it. Like seriously, it's a pretty good mod. It's a shame what happened with all the drama and stuff, but like I said, I'm not going to get into that stuff, so I'm not going to waste any more of your time, guys. Until next time, have a good night.